Good evening and welcome to the Saturday edition of the Minions of the Zoo podcast, show experience, whatever. I'm your host and keeper of the Harry channel, and with me tonight are Minions 3, soon to be 4. DrFunctional.
Whatever.
Serenity Star 13, who is a fox.
Hello.
And SkepTok, who is... Are you looking at a planet, or are you the planet? Which thing are you in this picture?
I'm laughing at my view of reality.
Okay, you're that little yellow thing.
I'm the little yellow guy.
You're the little yellow thing, Las Pelotes. My Spanish is so bad. Hi, DrFunctional.
Mine's non-existent.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm sore.
You're swole and sore?
Swole and sore. Sore and swole.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody was keeping up with it, but Candy Owens and Andy Wilson had their debate moderated by Patrick Bet-David this on Friday.
Oh, really?
And it was as worthless of a view as you could imagine.
Wow. That's
It was such a waste of 3 hours. Like, it just, she says nothing.
Candace Owens involved in something that's not worthwhile? What?
Yeah.
Right, and he had to crowdfund $300,000, go to her house to do all of this. I'm like, no, like, that's so dumb.
Not gonna end well.
So was that $300,000 to pay her for the time? Oh,
that's her fee, air quotes. AKA,
it's a ransom.
That's her appearance fee, basically.
Well, she's pricing people out of going after her, basically.
Yeah. And because Blair White on Dave Rubin all those years ago, like, obliterated her. And even Blair admits, like, she's not the smartest tool in the shed, but, like, she made Candy look like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, other than that, just keeping it sleazy, I guess.
Yeah. Well, debates are fun. Okay. I can't remember what the guy's name was.
Can be.
The guy's name was Phil something. The Bad Astronomer, I think is what he's called. And he got into a debate with, God, who was it? Joe Rogan, about whether the moon landings were real. This was like 10, 15 years ago because I'm old. And because he wasn't a very good, he's a decent enough guy. As far as I remember, his science is pretty good. He didn't do anything wrong, except he just wasn't very good at debating. So he went into the debate with a position that's demonstrably true and kind of got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, debating unto itself is a skill.
Yeah.
That many don't, like, I don't possess it, but I'm good at conversing about ideas and, like, talking about ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
Debate? No, not me, man.
Yeah, debate is a skill. I'm pretty good at it, but I don't like standing up in front of people and arguing. Just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I want to do it. But yeah, it's a dirty sport in a way, because you can go in there, the whole ethos, pathos, logos thing, and you can go in there with all the ethos and logos you want.
There you go.
And then there's somebody who, like an AOC, who stands up there and starts going in with the pathos and just plucking at the heartstrings and not talking about, well, I understand all the things you're saying, but how is that right? How is that fair? And then they end up winning the debate because they I don't know. I kind of don't like debate. I just... for that reason, that it isn't really just like a chess game. It's this whole theater performance psychology manipulation thing, and it isn't necessarily a way of finding truth. It's really a good way of finding who's the better debater, the master debater.
It's a chess game where sometimes when the queen tries to take the bishop slaughters the queen. And it's against the rules. It shouldn't happen. But there you go, and so and that's what's unsatisfying to you, I think.
Well, I also remember when people started going off on this whole white supremacy in academia thing, and people would show up with this completely unorthodox debate style, people of color, where they would just do this weird performance thing and go in between the different things they'd say. I can't even make that noise. It was the strangest thing. And then, of course, they'd say, well, you win. Well, because you've been selected to win. Sorry, now I'm getting all bitter and blackpilling myself. Let's bring it back. Bring it back to happiness. So, Functional, yes.
Out of the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I was telling Functional before this about how I screwed up my hip in a walk-in refrigerator when I was 21. I took a rather nasty fall where I slipped and hit that hip. So it worked out today, worked out lots today. I've been just working out a ton and not eating sugar and trying not to make the people who know me IRL hate me. So it's like, hey, you want to go get ice cream? No, can't go get ice cream. It's that kind of thing. I don't want to become like the new vegan where you just talk about that kind of stuff all the time. But yeah, it's been a great week. Energy's nice and level. Everything feels good. Numbers look good. Really can't complain. The only thing I did wrong is I didn't do enough resistance training this week. I did a lot of aerobic stuff. I didn't do nearly enough resistance stuff. And I can blame work for that because unfortunately people who pay me expect me to be places at particular times. Assholes. So what? Is there anything else functional before we move to Serenity?
No, my country's a fallen state. Oh, and I'm making some delicious chorizo and what do you call that stuff? Shrimp gumbo right now.
Oh.
It's in the old pot.
Shrimp gumbo. So is there any other shellfish in with that?
No, just shrimp. And chorizo, mushroom, onion.
Yours is going to be better. Honestly, I've had gumbo that's got too much filet in it, and people just put too much weird shit because they think it makes it better. Yours is going to be great.
No, everything in balance. It's going to have a lot of heat, a lot of sweet, a lot of salty, a lot of umami, and a little bit of bitter.
So what is that? Discount crab? It's like, okay, thanks.
No, thanks.
No, thanks.
No, I wanted to keep it like, I've been trying to eat a lot cleaner lately and just keeping it clean with a little bit of those delicious fish stuffs. What do you call them? Omega-3s or whatever?
Yeah, omega-3s.
And, some chorizo. I don't typically eat a lot of processed meats like sausage anymore, as much as I love them, but once in a while treat is good. And chorizo, as far as things go, is a really nice sausage.
Yeah.
But yeah, enough about me.
I like chorizo. It's got that heavy hit of paprika and stuff in it. Yeah. It's really good. I
love my paprika.
I also kind of like some of the North African things like harissa is good too, if used appropriately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use a lot of harissa.
Love those kinds of flavors. So let's see. Hi, Serenity.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Enjoying the new season?
Not really, because as per usual, for some reason, the matchmaker hates me. So I'm constantly put with fucking idiots who don't know how to play their characters, and then I get screwed over, and then I get stuck in bronze.
Which thing are you talking about now?
Overwatch.
Okay.
And it pisses me off because it's like because if you try to look for any help, it's either shyster piece of shit gamers who trick the system because they do a thing. So okay, I have to explain this before I explain the other part. There's a thing in like online competitive shooters called smurfing. And what smurfing is someone who knows the game, knows how to play the game, knows how to play most of the characters, or at least the characters they like, makes a new account. So this way they get the system to put them at a 0 point, like a zero all-sum point level, so they can then get the system to put them at a right rank, air quotes. The issue is that they're cheating the system because they already know everything. So then they're getting put with lower people who don't know what they're doing because they also don't have any points. And then they use it to bulk up and go higher up the system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem, is that when this kind of thing happens on Overwatch, which is called a season reset, where they basically blank everybody out, it puts everybody at the same level. But at the same time, you still have people who will smurf, who get put with lower point people, who then just steamroll the other team.
Yeah.
And it's not fair because it's like, they're very obviously talented. They're very good at what they're doing. Now, it could be luck. Very rarely is it, but it could be luck. But at the same time, it's like I'm getting screwed because I'm playing by the rules. I'm not aimbotting. I'm not hacking. I've debated starting a new account and seeing where it puts me, but I will be good. But it's just like I get screwed over. I constantly get put with people who don't know what they're doing, and contrary to what the internet thinks, you can't as a singular person carry a team because it's a team of either 5 or 6. And they're always like, well, the only common denominator is you. And it's like, fuck off. The common denominator is the matchmaker, not me, assholes. Like, and that's the thing that makes it very mad. Now, Functional's been playing this a lot longer than I have. I just started in July. So he knows everything. So he knows how to play the stuff a lot better than I do. And he's very, and he's
I'd hope so after like 300 hours.
Yeah, I was going to say, and he's earned his rank. So
1,000 hours.
this is not a poke at him in any way, shape, or form. It's just there are people like him who have those type of hours who then fake like they don't, and then screw the rest of us.
Mhm.
Like there was one who was on an opposite team of mine, and the thing is like Blizzard doesn't do anything about Smurfs because you can't prove it. Not really, not without digging into stuff that they don't want to dig into. So like you just get screwed, and it's just like you're just sitting there going, well, thanks guys. Like I love being stuck in bronze because you won't actually put me with good teams. But whatever. And I won't do coaching. Like I won't, because there's actual people out there for people who are non-pro players will pay people to coach them how to be a better player. And I'm like, I'm not paying for that. I'm not going to use an aim bot and train and like for like aim training to train yourself. I'm like, it's a game. I shouldn't have to do that shit. And the fact that some of you who aren't pro take it this fucking seriously is pathetic on a level I don't even want to think of.
Yeah.
But
How do you really feel?
I just got out of a 2 back-to-back match and 2 back-to-back matches last night with I'm in placement matches to see what my medal rank will be. And I got screwed last night because I was put in 2 back-to-back matches with people who were throwers. So now I'm going to be put even lower because they threw the game. And I reported them multiple times and they're still not banned. And I'm just like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not fair.
Seriously.
I do agree, Silver Raven Wing, PC and console should always be separated, but Blizzard's not going to do that. Not for a free game. They're not going to do that. But it aggravates because it's like, I'm good. I'm not massively high good. I don't think I'm a platinum or a masters player, but I'm good enough that I shouldn't be in bronze. But the matchmaker has decided that I either am supposedly good enough I should be able to carry my team, so I should be in the teams with the people that suck, or it's decided that, well, you suck, so you're staying down here. And I'm like, thanks game. So it's one of those things. So I do the rule of I play matches until I get 2 losses in a row, and then I quit for a few hours, because that's the only way to get the stupid matchmaker to stop putting you consistently on losing teams.
Yeah, I solved this problem by not engaging in multiplayer online things.
Well, the thing is like,
Yeah,
I like
it's easy for me too.
I like the lore. I like the art.
Yeah.
I like some of the characters. Functional will either, as usual, either agree or disagree with me. I fucking hate Kiriko. Not because of how she plays. I hate the character. She's not that hard to counter. She's not that. I hate May. Hate May with a fiery passion. But it's like, I like some of the story stuff.
She's a CCP agent.
Yeah, basically. I love the fact they try to make her cute and fluffy and plump and just be like, she's just a plump Chinese girl. And it's like, you stupid motherfuckers.
There's so much Chinese propaganda in that game.
I know, it's hilarious. And I'm just sitting there going, and everyone's ignoring you. Because everybody only cares about Korea and Japan. No one gives a shit about China. Everybody hates Lijiang Tower. Everybody. And they still can't manage it. But anyway. But yeah, it's like, I like the lore stuff. I like the characters. Hanzo is one of my favorite characters. Ash is one of my favorite characters. But it's just the matchmaker, because you only get points based on wins and losses as a team. You don't get it on personal performance. So, thus is life.
So do you ever have trouble sleeping? Just say yes for the sake of argument.
No, occasionally I do. Yeah.
Okay. I need you to say yes. So I've found a channel for you. It's called Pajama Brew, and it's got a great video. Neil deGrasse Tyson talks you to sleep. It's many hours of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking.
No.
He sent helium nuclei, alpha particles, into that gold foil.
No video.
Yeah.
And he checked to
video?
see how many of them
No
were
video.
deflected.
We're not seeing anything.
You should be.
Nope.
I don't know why.
I'm seeing your little dude's face. That's all I'm saying.
We do the same.
Interesting. Oh, you're not seeing it there. Oh, okay. Sorry. We're streaming. We're streaming. Okay. Sorry. Zoom doesn't see any video. Okay, here we go.
How many of them go straight through? And what did he find? Nearly every
God.
single helium nucleus that he sent into that.
Okay.
No.
It's 3 hours and 10 minutes of
I would kill
Shoot
myself.
me now.
Neil deGrasse
No.
Tyson.
You want to know what I do listen to fall asleep though?
Yeah.
It's really kind of pseudo sick and twisted, but I'm also not one of the crazy bitches who listens to true crime podcasts because I want to smack half those women.
Mhm.
There is the show Robert Stack did.
Which
I think
one?
Robert Stack
This is a police
Mysteries.
thing?
Unsolved mysteries.
Unsolved
There it
Mysteries.
is.
Okay.
Like there's actually a YouTube channel for Unsolved Mysteries and it's just streaming all of the episodes back to back.
Wow.
And I just watch that.
Yeah.
I put that on because he has such a chill, soothing voice. And because it was the 90s and the 80s, nobody says anything really loud. So
They
didn't
have to.
Well, I know, but that's the thing. Like, there's not bright colors. There's not an over jumbling of stuff. It's Robert Stack's voice narrating, which is soothing. It's very nice.
It is very nice.
I like it. I don't like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I want to slap
I
him.
didn't think
But-
you'd like it. I wasn't.
I
being
know.
serious.
I know.
just thought it was funny
Get
that I found
AI
this thing.
Crap off my screen.
Neil
Get it off my
deGrasse Tyson
screen.
talks you to sleep. It's very soothing. Yeah. Well, he is boring enough.
I
True.
saw the funniest thing ever involving him, and the He-Man video, the what's going on,
Yeah.
but it was with him, and I
Oh,
was like,
Jesus.
that is awesome.
That's a frightening thought.
That is a frightening thought. I couldn't remember his name for the longest time, so I just kept calling
Who?
him Black Astronomy Guy. I mean, it's accurate.
Black Science Man.
Yeah, Black Science Man works too.
I actually don't have any particular beef against Neil deGrasse Tyson. I just kind of
Yeah.
don't like. I just judge all popular science
talks
communicators by.
He talks down to everyone regardless of the subject, and he's got a bad case of main character syndrome.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just think he's a condescending ass.
I'm trying to see if I can
Yep.
find that video.
Said
one you were
simply,
talking about.
Yes.
And it's like, the thing is like, and I don't mind, I can handle condescension to a certain point, especially if you're very, very learned. I can handle it to a point, like, because I think there's a very thin line between being very proud and condescending, especially if you don't have a lot of social interactions.
Mhm.
So I can kind of let it go to a point. At this point, he's had so many social interactions. He's had so many people kiss his butt. It's like, at this point, it's just pure condescension. That's all it is. So I can't handle him anymore. Like,
Yeah, it's not.
because
It's not going to get better with age. The
Oh,
amount
it's
because
gotten
the more
worse.
you get exposed to him, the less you're going to want to put up with it.
oh yeah, and it's just like, because he's got a science degree, they ask him about crap that he shouldn't be asking him about. It's like, how about you just get off, journalists and news programs, get off your butts. I know you have unpaid interns back there somewhere. Have them find someone who may actually want to talk to you about what they know and not just drag out the token black science guy. Like,
He's about 100 times more legit than Bill Nye, though.
yes, I will
Okay.
agree with that. I will give him respect in that form. Yes,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, I'd
100%.
rather have AI Mr. Wizard come on and explain stuff than Bill Nye. I'm
God,
just
I
tired
miss
of Bill
Mr.
Nye.
Wizard.
I'm
I
tired
miss
of Bill
Mr.
Nye.
Wizard.
I can't find him.
I
I was
want
tired of him the first time I heard him.
Yeah.
but I want the guy who was in Beekman's World, the scientist from Beekman's World. I loved him. He was my favorite.
Hmm.
I liked him better than Bill Nye. It's Paul Zaloom. He played Beekman, but I love that episode. I love that show because it was just such a weird, zany way of doing science,
Yeah.
and it was just so good.
Well, let's talk to Mr. SkepTok. But before we do that, would you please greet the chat?
Absolutely. So good to have our chat with us this evening. And we have a lively and active battery of chatters this evening. I saw that Nothing for You Here was first in tonight, followed by Silver Ravenwing. Spudgun is here, and we love having all you guys come in and be a part of the show. We do the show for you and listen to what you have to say. Value your participation on here with us tonight.
Yes, so Spudgun is here. Okay, well, I don't think we've had Mr. Gunn for a while. That's
good to see Spud.
Yeah, there's we have something in the schedule that sort of. Let me just bring this up here. Sorry, I mean, was there anything you wanted to say before we dive into stuff?
Aren't you British? Shouldn't you say schedule?
Yeah, schedule.
Schedule.
I thought that was ingrained in your people's DNA.
Lori.
The lift.
The browser thing is doing weird stuff tonight. I don't know what's going on with OBS. It's like it's not picking the right window. It's just being absolutely nuts. Let's try this. There we go. Yeah, Skep, go if there's something you want to say.
Wait, John Gotti's grandson ordered to donate kidney to his mom by Monday or go to prison?
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
What?
I've intentionally not read that because I don't want to form an opinion ahead of time. I just have that just right there. So, but is there anything you wanted to mention, Skep, before we dive into this thing here before we lose Spudgun?
Right now.
Okay. Okay. So
my mind is blank.
So heat wave, European rivers face historic drought. Have you seen? Let's kill the sound, but. Like the Danube is so low that they're finding sunken warships in it. Look at that. That's the Danube, one of the biggest rivers in all of Europe.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing. This is a hell of a drought that they're going through. I mean, I know things are bad in the UK. We covered this earlier that they were starting to find things from space that were, archaeological things that were previously obscured by vegetation.
People realize countries like France are still served by the rivers that go into the interior, and a lot of trade still goes down the river. And France and the European countries are just riven. Germany, Romania, Ukraine, that just rivers all through there. And when they dry up, that has trade implications for them.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
There's some of the trade right there.
Yeah, this is fine.
There's still a little bit we can get through here. Yeah,
and I'm sure people will try to blame climate change on this. And it's like, okay, there's been droughts for like forever. Now you were talking about those three rivers. I can never remember what all of them were. The Danube. What was the other one? The Rhine. And then there's a third one. That's the third big river
in Europe.
Yeah. Well, okay. But anyway, remember
the Rhone is the other big one in Germany, though.
Well, there was the fall of Rome, and then bad things happened. Then Charlemagne came along, and he was surprisingly effective for a Frenchman. And he had like these three useless kids, and he died. And then he basically gave one of each of the three big trading cities at the mouth of one of the big rivers to each of them. Yeah, it's those rivers are incredibly important because they go to the sea. They're big trading centers there. It's a huge part of European history that it's not just that these are seaports. They're seaports that connect to the rivers, and the rivers are the way through much of European history, anything made it from the sea to someplace else. It was easier to go from port to port on the sea and then down the river than it was to schlep stuff across land. So, yeah, it's a problem. I mean, I remember at one point the Mississippi was so low that they were worried about the depth and the cargo ships going over it. So when big rivers, which are used for commerce, get really low, that's not good for the economy and human suffering and everything else. It's just kind of a terrible story. Oh no. Okay, I'm being depressing again. I just wanted to mention that before Spudgun has to leave because I know he usually can't stay for the whole show. So you want to know about this John Gotti thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. John Gotti's grandson ordered to donate kidney to his mom by Monday or go to prison. John Gotti's grandson, Carmine Angelo, he looks like an upstanding individual, doesn't he?
Sure, he's fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
This is fine.
The 39-year-old who is convicted in a COVID-19 relief fraud case must either donate a kidney to his mother, Victoria Gotti, by Monday, August 10th, or report to prison to begin serving his 15-month sentence. Serenity is probably looking for an update to this story right now.
I'm looking at AP right now.
So what ended up happening?
Well, the big thing is he's basically been using the fact that he has to donate a kidney to keep from going to jail. That's what he's been doing.
This
he
makes
keeps
more
pushing.
sense.
He
Yeah.
keeps pushing it back. Oh, I couldn't go to the and he just keeps doing it because he has to serve the 15-month prison term. So
he needs to wake up bandaged in a abandoned bathtub in a warehouse
with a bunch of ice.
Yeah.
he was scheduled to report in July, but U.S. District Court judge agreed to delay to the 18th to give him time to recover from the surgery, presuming it was going to happen on August 10th.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No operation's been done. So that's the reason why they're ordering him, is because it's like you keep not going. And you keep using it to extend instead of just going and serving. Probably because he knows he's a Gotti and he's going to get jumped, depending on what prison he goes to. But he's going to one in southern New Jersey. Oh, he's going to get ganked. But yeah, that's what he's doing. He's basically using it to get out of going to prison for the COVID fraud scam for 15 months, which, everything considered, it's Jersey, honey. Just tough it out for a couple months, have your lawyer do their job, and ask to be released early on your own recognizance, and get out. Like, come on. Stop being stupid.
So I've got a question. I think this might be a functional question. Mm-hmm. I've heard Italian Americans from the Northeast are very proud of the tomatoes that come out of New Jersey. Like they talk about them almost like they're from the side of Mount Etna. You know, are they really that special?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, they're really actually good and worth bragging about.
They are really good. The New Jersey tomatoes are as good as advertised, and I am a tomato person. I know a lot about tomatoes.
Listen to
Skep.
Okay.
And I've spent some time in New Jersey for various reasons, and they have the tomatoes up there and they're very proud of them. They have all kinds of heirloom breeds and interesting crosses, and it's a big deal. New Jersey tomatoes are a big deal. Most people don't realize that most of New Jersey is kind of rural. Mm-hmm. It's just that one rind of New Jersey, that one side of New Jersey that butts up against, all Urbania. But there's a lot of New Jersey that's farm country. I
always just think of Snooki and the Jersey Shores and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't know anything about New Jersey except that Atlantic City's there and the mob and tomatoes. And Snooki. Yeah. That's pretty much all I know about New Jersey, which is
all you need to know.
Not much. That's all you need to know. Snooki. Do you remember the names of those ridiculous people from that first Jersey Shores? Like, there was somebody, JWoww and The Situation, and they all had just the most ridiculous names. Honestly, Snooki was one of the least annoying ones there from the half hour of one show that I was forced to watch. Serenity, do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I know. I never watched Jersey Shore, but I remember there was the GTL, which is Gym Tan Laundry.
Okay.
That became a big thing for a while.
Okay. Do you remember any of their stupid names other than JWoww?
Well, the thing is, they were all nicknames.
They were all terrible nicknames.
Yeah, but it was like Pauly D. It was mostly the
Pauly
guys.
D. Jesus.
It was Pauly D. The Situation. There was Vinny. A few others. It was very Jersey Italian American names, like all of them.
It was a lot to handle, and I hope they didn't have any candles because those guys all look like their hair would go up in flames, like if it got near any kind of ignition source. There's just a lot of product.
The fumes from the tanning alone would have just knocked anybody else out. But it's the Jersey Shore, so it's fine.
I don't know what it is about people and product. I would get my hair cut by, like, anytime I'd go and have my hair cut by like a female stylist. At the end of it, they'd say like, "Do you want me to like mousse your hair or put product?" I said, "No, I don't want any of that. Please, for the love of God,
that
don't put
liquid out of my hair.
Don't put any shit in my hair.
Near my hair. I'm with you 100%. I hate that.
I have, in a pinch, if I do something stupid and, I get my hair a little too short in this one spot, like at the very tip top in the yarmulke part of my head.
A swirl.
There's a problem spot up there. And if I end up having a really important meeting, I have some Cremo stuff, professional barber stuff. I have a little Cremo stuff that I can put on there. It's the lightest stuff they possibly have. And I hate putting any of that shit in my hair. But enough about me. Here's a video just as a palate cleanser. Why not have an early palate cleanser? We can do that.
I like early palate cleansers.
It's not a baby
Cat's
bear.
gonna fuck
I
him
thought
up.
the cat was a baby bear.
What the hell
Cat's
is a
gonna fuck
cat
him up.
doing?
The cat is like
having a-
it's fending it off.
A
Look at its
standoff with the bear.
back. Yeah. The cat's standing its ground.
Well, I hope we don't witness this cat get murdered. Oh,
Oh,
did you see the bear
No,
paw at it?
the cat
Even
will
bears
mess
know
up
not
the
to
bear.
fuck
I'm
with
not
cats.
kidding. I'm not kidding. I've watched.
Also, that's not a hungry bear.
Look at this. Look at this. They're like
I wish I had my phone. I could
Swat
take
at him.
Bomb video
Swat at
and
him,
all
honey. Swat at him.
Cat's going.
It's a male bear.
Fucking cat.
Swat at him, baby.
He doesn't
Swat at
care
him.
about us either.
I hear you.
That cat
'Cause it's
doesn't
not
care about
hungry.
anything.
Bear's not hungry. That's why. Bear
You gotta
hungry, that
send this
cat
stuff
dead.
To me, all right? Nate?
Okay.
It's not sure what it
Good
is.
feeling.
That's what it is.
Whoa!
There we go.
Yeah.
Good kitty cat. Good kitty
Ballsy
cat.
cat. let me
It
tell you.
is.
Walk
The
away,
bear's
bear.
just going to be like, oh,
That would win.
I'm not
That's
leaving
your black
because
bear right there.
the bear's like, I'm not leaving because you threatened me. I'm leaving because I want to.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
I'm leaving
Yeah.
because I'm a
He took
black
off.
bear.
Good girl.
If I'm a brown bear.
Yeah. Is she chasing me?
Yeah,
No.
I still love the tagline. The cat was like, "Did you see this shit?"
Yeah. What the hell, people?
The audacity.
It's like, motherfucker tried to step up on me. I'm gonna kill him.
Don't roll up on me.
Well, the thing is that helped that cat was the fact that it's a fluffy cat. So it already has a little bit of a size, like fake out size illusion to begin with because of how fluffy it is. And then when it fluffs its fur out, it makes it look even bigger. So that was what worked in its favor. Also, what also massively worked in its favor is that bear was not hungry. That bear was blatantly not hungry. Otherwise, that cat would have been dead.
I would agree with Serenity there.
Because black bears do not give a fuck. People, for some reason, I actually saw some there was a short, YouTube short where a guy was like, black bears are often very skittish. It's like, okay, no, they're not. Only a stupid city boy who hikes every once in a while would say they're skittish. They are only skittish if they've been well fed and they're like, this fight's not worth it, and they leave.
That's it.
If they are
That's
hungry,
exactly it.
if they are hungry, they will
take you
fuck
out.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
if cubs are near. If
Mhm.
mama has real young cubs nearby, she will fuck you up. She does not care. There's none of this. They're skittish. No, they're
Can I
not.
pet that dog?
Can
Yeah,
pet that
basically.
dog?
They will mess you up. It, to be completely honest, Assassin, it probably thought it was a bobcat. Yeah, bobcat.
Yeah.
'Cause that cat's about the right size of a bobcat into a bear's color range. The fur's the right color. So it probably just thought it was a very big bobcat.
And that's a meal that's a little bit more trouble than it's worth sometimes.
Oh yeah, because if it goes for the eyes,
Yeah,
it'll
they can
be
get stretched
trouble.
up pretty bad. Yeah.
Like, again,
Yeah.
an opportunity for the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
Exactly.
basically, yeah.
So I have another cat video. So the nice Korean lady who was doing the stride piano last week. Here's another video from her, but it's her practicing when her cat's nearby.
Oh God. Cat's like, we playing a hand game? We playing a hand game?
So helpful.
It's like, lady, what are you doing here?
I don't think that cat is helping at all. So that's the problem with being a professional musician and a cat owner at the same
The
time.
piano preventer.
Yeah, but having a cat as a musician, specifically a piano one, will teach you how to deal with distractions.
Yeah.
Screaming kids, stuff breaking, someone losing their mind. Like, nope, I've had a cat. I've done a dealt with the cat being stupid around me. We're good. I ignore all of you. Cat's like, let me help. Let me help. Let me help. Let me help. Let me help.
So you mentioned Dice Irie, which is so I go back and I listen to the show just to give
Please.
myself notes, and I missed the fact that you said that. It's surprising how much stuff I miss. I mean, it's not really that much, but even
Yeah.
even if I miss anything, it kind of bothers me. So you mentioned Dice Irie and Sweeney Todd, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the only use of Dice Irie that I know about, Day of Wrath in Latin, is from Verdi Requiem. It's this thing right here. Just tell me if this is the same tune, okay? Let's get into it, okay? Similar?
Yeah.
Or, oh, okay, okay.
So,
So it is the
well,
same tune then. Okay.
Well, the thing is, the Deus Aries also is used to signify that 3-note structure
Mhm.
that does it in a very specific way. And what Sweeney Todd does, the stage production, and even the one with Johnny Depp, what it does is it will often sometimes flip those notes, so they're in a different key, but the notes are going in the same 3-note pattern, and it's meant to be like leitmotif, like this is this character's song.
Mhm.
And this tells you what's going to happen to the character. Like Sweeney Todd's song that he sings at the very beginning of the movie, because of how the music is in it, not the words he's saying, but the music, you know what's going to happen to him. It's like a musical version of foreshadowing. And you can kind of hear everybody's like leitmotif and Deus Aries for every single one of their songs that they sang, but it's in there and it's in a bunch of other stuff. Because a lot of musicians, Sondheim loves to use it. Which is what who wrote Sweeney Todd. But it's very interesting to like listen to people talk about the Sweeney Todd soundtrack and everything like that, and where the Deus Aries are and all that kind of stuff.
So who did the Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? Blech. Who did-
That was Andrew Lloyd Webber.
God, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I
Okay.
love that. I'm sorry.
Sondheim
I
is
love that.
fine,
I love
but
that show.
God,
I love that.
I-
I love that.
I just can't. I don't know.
I
I like musical theater very selectively, very narrowly. Most of it I cannot cope with, but that's just a me problem, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I love Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I love that. It's one of my favorite it's like my only favorite Andrew Lloyd Webber shows. Like, I am apparently one of the very few straight females who cannot stand Phantom of the Opera. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. I am not that person. I just don't care.
Well, we'll test your female. What are those things? Your
Empathy.
female. Well, we're going to test your female epigenetics later when Sora shows up.
Oh,
I actually
gotcha.
have 2 "Am I the asshole" things, and you can explain to me whether I'm the asshole or not. And it's like I'm going to need your perspective. Well, let's move on from this. What were we going to do next? There's so many things we could do. Well, I guess while I've still got you here, MySpace is reloading.
MySpace is coming back.
Am I hallucinating here?
allegedly.
MySpace is relaunching and plans to offer an alternative plans to offer users an alternative to today's addictive algorithm-driven social feeds. Sure.
Believe it when I see it.
I'll believe it when I see it too.
Well, the guys who own it have talked about bringing it back. Because the 2 people who own it, which are Tim and Chris Vanderhook, in a documentary, they have confirmed that there is an intention to bring it back. How long that takes and whether it's going to be the exact same thing, that's what's gonna be interesting to see. I loved MySpace. MySpace and Tumblr were the 2 things that I was my first social media outing.
Yeah.
So if MySpace comes back, that'll be awesome. Now, whether they're going to let you do the music stuff, I don't know. But we'll see. It'd be nice, though. I think it'd be really cool.
Sorry, I was thinking of the IT. Thinking of the IT crowd and Friend Face. I can't help it.
My page's music will definitely have some John Williams.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
You guys ever watch the IT crowd?
Yeah,
God,
their
no.
bloopers are
Can you
awesome.
not use my email address anymore, please? I've got a new one.
Jenny Wenny at Friendface. Oh no, you've not signed up with Friendface, have you?
Let's
Yes,
see,
I
where's
have,
the
actually.
video?
Why not? It's
There's
great.
an ad for
I
it.
joined last night and I've already got 30 friends.
Oh crap, it's just the beginning of the thing. Oh well, I suck. Anyway, let's stop doing that. Let's see, what is next? So many different things that we could talk about. So we talked about the heat wave. Why don't we go into the science thing while we still have the energy to do this? Because I promised Functional a proper science article because we haven't had one recently. Okay, I present to you, TESS discovers a rare brown dwarf orbiting a massive aging star. It is cool that we can do this stuff. So for decades, astronomers lumped brown dwarfs into a single category defined by mass alone. So these are basically typically failed stars. We're kind of familiar with these. They don't have the mass
It's kind of
necessarily.
judgmental.
Yeah, they don't have the mass necessary to initiate nuclear fusion, but they essentially glow just from the heat of gravitation. So, let's see, too big to be classified as planets, but too small to become stars. However, this definition ignores the 2 very different mechanisms that can form them: the direct collapse of gas clouds and formation within the accretion disks of massive stars. So, you can essentially, when you're making stars and planets out of this big disk of stuff, sometimes some Jupiter-sized thing comes along, but bigger, and you can end up creating a brown dwarf in the same sort of system as a regular star. Now, so we have this satellite that's been orbiting. It's the NASA Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS. Astronomers led by, I can't pronounce this guy's name, Nino. Here, we'll just do this.
Nino
Efremeds.
Nino Efremeds. Did you actually hear that?
Yeah, Nino Efremidze.
Efremedze. At Harvard University has made the clearest observation to date of a brown dwarf in orbit around a massive aging star, potentially offering important new clues about how these planet-like bodies form. So there's the 2 distinct pathways. Some brown dwarfs are thought to form in a similar way to stars. A cloud of gas and dust collapses under its own gravity, but never becomes massive enough to initiate nuclear fusion. Others form more like planets. Okay, that's basically what I said a second ago. In principle, these 2 pathways should leave different fingerprints. While cloud collapse tends to produce more eccentric elongated orbits, planet-like accretion forms calmer, more circular ones. However, the tidal forces from close in a host star can smooth out eccentric orbits over time, erasing the evidence. Now, what's neat about the star that's from the same sort of matter as the brown dwarf and the star from the same thing, we know they're roughly the same age. right? So we can look at the type of star, which in this case is an A-type star, and we can look at its brightness and all this other stuff and sort of determine where it is in its lifespan. But that simultaneously gives us the age of the brown dwarf. So they did the thing that you do with these things. They're actually looking at the change in the luminosity of this star. It's about 3 times the mass of the sun. And they're able to see, you know, the size of this thing and calculate all this information about the brown dwarf that's in here. But the problem is it's in so close that they can't quite figure out exactly what the answer is here. So when combined with the star's unusually large mass, 3 times the size hints that it may have built up gradually within a disk, planet-style, rather than collapsing suddenly like a star. However, at 48 Jupiter masses, the brown dwarf strains the limits of what a disk accretion is thought capable of producing, leaving an open question for future research. Although this rare observation adds a valuable data point to just a handful of well-characterized transiting brown dwarfs with well-defined ages. The thing is that you see this thing and we can't figure out what's going on. And there's like a bunch of these stars out there. This is the example of the thing that's like so close to being between the two of them that you just can't figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned, why can I not find the things I'm looking for? You know, in terms of like the type of star, I said it was an A-class star, right? So, you know, I'm referring to this thing here, the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram. So if you actually you take observations of stars and you look at their color temperature, we're assuming their black body, they just radiate. Like if you take a piece of iron and you radiate it, the hotter it gets, the whiter the light comes off of it. So we do the same thing with stars. So we can look at the surface temperature of the star based on its color. And you plot that against the amount of energy that's flying off of this thing. And you get this relationship. So these main sequence stars, this is where our sun is. It's right in here. Let's see. Do I have a thing for that? Yeah, so here's a different diagram. So we can look at the life of these things. So this particular guy is in the A range, which puts him up here in terms of stars. Our sun is down here in the nice yellow color. And in the life of a star, it doesn't necessarily stay in one place. As it sort of runs out of nuclear fuel, you know, the sun can end up becoming a red giant, you know, up in here, or it can become a brown dwarf down in the bottom right thing. Man, I remember when I was a kid and I was just like trying to find stuff to read, and I had like the time life story of the galaxy of the solar system. It was like one of those big books that you get. And I read through that thing when I was a little kid, and I stared at this diagram for the longest possible time, trying to figure out what the hell I was looking at. I was absolutely in awe of this diagram. Most of the stars fall in this main sequence on here.
Main sequence. When I first saw a Hertzsprung-Russell diagram and realized what it was, and this was when I was probably 13 years old, I was absolutely taken with the notion. My dad explained it to me, and it's just HR diagrams. Don't get me started.
Well, if you know the color of a star and you know the size of a star, you know its age. That's basically what this math tells you. And if we know the age of that A-class star, we also know the age of that brown dwarf. And trying to figure out what the hell's going on with a brown dwarf with 48 Jupiter masses right up next to this thing, we don't freaking know. And not knowing is fine by me. I love the fact that we can actually look at this stuff and get into this kind of detail. I don't know. This kind of stuff just blows me away.
More information forthcoming. Yeah, this is fascinating.
Yeah. So there's also this one. Tiny satellite will use the dark side of the moon to eavesdrop on whispers from the early universe. Are you having problems with all the EMF coming off of the Earth, all the radio signals? Send the satellite to the dark side of the moon.
A little quieter over there. So it's actually a very small satellite. It's the size of a carry-on suitcase. But they're using this to try to get data from the background radiation. Because we desperately want to know in that microwave wavelength,
if there's any differences between one part of the sky and another.
Yep.
Because the amount of...
That's how you'll know.
How even that is a big clue in terms of what the hell happened when the universe was born.
Bingo.
Yeah. It's super important. And this is like not expensive science that they're doing. So it's Cosmo Cube. So they're going to send it to the dark side of the moon and point it out into space and see if they can actually hear anything. This is one of the reasons why things like SpaceX is such a big deal, because not only can we make satellites more cheaply and make them smaller and have them use less power, but we can also more cheaply put them into orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that these science payloads are possible. You couldn't have done this 30 years ago. I mean, you could have, sort of, but not with the technology that they had then, and not at any kind of reasonable cost. Yeah.
No, that's only become possible now, and Elon has pushed the envelope, I think, on that too.
Mm. And finally, we have this little article: black box technologies could undermine confidence in scientific findings. Hey, Serenity, if we know that scientists are using AI to process data and come up with conclusions, does that make you trust it more or less? Did we lose Serenity?
Sounds like.
It does sound like it. Okay. Well, okay. DrFunctional, how do you feel about the idea of science just coming up with shit using AI and then trying to call it a result? I don't like it. I don't think you do.
Not when you put it like that, but I don't understand what's going on. So.
Okay. State-of-the-art tools and data like artificial intelligence, satellite imagery, online data, and digital sensors are revolutionizing, yada, yada, yada. But such systems can function as scientific black boxes. Do people know what a black box is?
No.
Yeah.
This might explain it. Okay, so when you're looking at a process, sometimes what you do is you obscure the details of some part of it and just talk about the inputs and outputs, and you just call that part of it a black box, meaning that you're not paying attention to what's inside that part of the process. You just know what the inputs and outputs are. Yeah, exactly. And so I'm not talking about the data recorder on an airplane, but a lot of times when you design something and the details of what's going on inside are either too complicated or distracting from what you're trying to talk about.
Or there's somebody else's responsibility. You'll say, that's a black box. We don't care about that. We're paying to have that done.
Yeah, it's basically that part of the process is opaque. I can't see it. I don't touch it. I'm not responsible for it. I just know that X goes in and Y comes out. That's all I know about it.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what they mean. There's a whole bunch of scientific stuff that's happening that's beyond human perception. It's like outside of our ability to watch what's going on. So if you make a scientific discovery using this technology, the idea here is that people are going to have less confidence that science knows what it's talking about, and it's not just AI hallucinating, for example. Yeah. Where black boxes appear. Yeah, they appear all over the place.
Yeah, there's stuff you cannot check.
Yeah, there's just stuff you cannot check. Okay, well, let's put some check marks next to those things. Let's see. We can't do the am I the asshole thing yet. Serenity actually gone?
No, I'm straight here.
Okay, we didn't hear you for a bit.
No, I had nothing to say, so I just sat here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
So, maybe you guys don't remember this, but did you guys ever hear of something called the Rockford Files? It was on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess David Boreanaz from Buffy, Angel, Bones fame is going to be in a reboot of the Rockford Files.
Okay.
And I don't want to be that guy who just hates things for the sake of hating things. I mean, I guess he's going to be okay. If I was him,
hard without Jim Rockford.
I would not want to be in his position because
James
Garner was so iconic that following in his
define the role.
Yeah, following in his footsteps seems like it might be hard.
Yeah, very hard.
Or maybe just people who know about the original Rockford Files we're dying off at a rate where it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. How do you feel about this? Are you in favor of this or not? I mean, I know we haven't seen any data on it, but does this seem like a good casting decision to you?
No.
I think it could work.
It could work.
Away, too far away from my idealized version of Jim Rockford.
Well, I don't think this guy's a bad actor. I mean,
he's probably fine.
The thing about Rockford is he didn't just go around solving problems with his fists all the time.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, he was
his certain personality.
Well, the PI, I'm not going to use that word, but anyway, the whole PI thing, starting going back to like Peter Gunn. You don't see Peter Gunn just running around beating people up and getting information out of them. You know, every now and then you'll see a thing where he's got like a bag of peas on the side of his head, and he's, you know, because he got clocked by some people and he didn't get the information. And similarly, Jim Rockford's like that. I feel like Boreanaz can maybe pull this off because he seems to do masculine without coming off like the Terminator.
It will be a function of how well the show is written.
It'll be a function of how well the show's written. I mean,
yeah, but that's everything. So I
no.
Well, hold on.
It is everything. I wasn't making the everything comment. I think writing will really be more important than is commonly the case, because it's going to have to support somebody who's coming in to replace a beloved character that everybody has a mental picture of.
Okay,
that's why I'm saying that writing will be necessary.
I'm curious what Serenity was going to say. You're saying. Well, so what were you saying, Serenity?
Well, one that I was saying before that was every show, but at the same time, most people, unless you watched Nick at Night, most people in my age group do not know what the Rockford Files are.
That is true.
Like that's the thing. I understand where Skep's coming from. I absolutely get that, and he has every right for that stance. And I understand that it's a very, very, very hard shoes to fill, but most of the people who are probably going to be seeing this have no idea who the Rockford Files are. I watched the old Rockford Files. Like I said, I watched the old Nick at Night stuff, but it's like I'm willing to give David Boreanaz a chance because I've liked some of the more modern remakes of stuff that's been done in the last few years. Like Hawaii Five-0 did not piss me off. I had no problem with the remake of Hawaii
It was different enough that it didn't annoy me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like it's going to depend on how they do it, especially with the fact that we know that it's being written by Hollywood people. This might be a case. Well, give me a minute. Let me get there.
That was an involuntary noise. Sorry, he said Hollywood
I know.
people.
You're good.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things because he's a private investigator that's going against both the cops and organized crime. It's the fact that some of the writers are probably ACAB will probably work in favor because it won't be gaslighting the police as some great saviors. It'll kind of do the middle ground, which you kind of need. The writer's room just has to have the right people on the other side of it also who respect the cops. It's that kind of thing. It's that middle ground. They have to find that middle ground in the writer's room and the director and the showrunner. So that's where the problems are going to start kicking up. I don't think the casting's bad. The casting they have on IMDb for everybody so far doesn't look bad. But yeah, it's the writer's room is going to decide all of it, and the showrunner and the directors. It does not say, sweetheart. I have no idea.
NBC.
So well, they could still go to Netflix though. That's going to depend.
Yeah,
they can sell to whoever they want to.
Well, I think what Skep said is a truism, right? I mean, obviously you have to have good writing. Now, stepping back from that, I look at this thing, and when I see one of these pitches that people come up with, I think some things are just doomed by design, right? Yeah. Because more often than not, it's because it's no longer relevant, or they're trying to saddle it with baggage that it doesn't deserve, like that all black hipster Bewitched reboot, which I am so happy hasn't been made. They were talking about like doing some woke POC Bewitched thing, and it's like, oh God, I can't think of many things worse than that. That's about as bad as it gets. So even if all the
with magic powers,
okay, we're not gonna use the MN phrase as much as I might want to. Although I'm always thinking of Whoopi Goldberg in The Stand, Stephen King's The Stand.
Yeah.
running in her little shack with, I don't know. Stay away, Harry. It's going to get dangerous. So I have a little taste of Jim Rockford for those who need a taste of Jim Rockford here. This is from the original, obviously.
Yeah.
This is Jim Rockford. At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Jim, it's Shirley at the cleaners. You know that brown jacket? The one I said looked so great on you? Your favorite? We lost it.
Of course, every intro was a little different.
Yeah.
Then we get to the super iconic theme music. You know, and it's a simpler time. You know, a lot of stuff is, you know, just still pictures and in a montage. You know, nothing crazy. Not like that opening Hawaii 5-0 shot. You know, but it's just Jim Rockford in his humble car, solving crime, wearing his little jacket. This was a really good show. Because he was a really balanced character. He wasn't a Gary Stu. I mean, he didn't have
Gary 7.
He wasn't Gary 7.
Gary 7.
I still think having a Star Trek, Roddenberry Star Trek spinoff with Terry Garrett would have been fun.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I like the Mission Earth thing. Yeah, that was good. But of course, I did want to just give people a little more context for why can I not remember his name? I'm looking at him right here.
James Garner.
James Garner, thank you. This is what multitasking does to me. Okay, so here's a scene.
Maverick.
Here's a scene from Support Your Local Sheriff, which I just adore.
Yeah.
Joe, the cell on the right here is yours. We don't have any bars yet.
You're kidding.
That's what I said. But we're going to operate just as if the bars were there. Now, you stay on that side of the line, and everything should work out.
What?
While you're in this jail, you stay on that side of the line, and you and I will just get along fine.
You expect me to sit here in this lousy cell on that? What is that red stuff all over the floor there?
Oh, wow. That's the poor fella that crossed the line earlier today.
It's just painful.
Well, now, Joe, you just stay right there and behave yourself.
It's great because
I love that
because
show.
he's masculine. He's got comedy timing. He's not just running around beating everybody up. He's using his wits, and almost all of the James Garner characters come off a little bit like this.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're all stamped with his personality.
Yeah.
Well, it's like he was the original Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Mel Gibson played really well off each other when he was in the Maverick movie. He
was great.
James Garner is an icon. Period.
My grandmother really liked the movie Tank.
Agreed.
She thought that was great, you know, where his son got in trouble with the crooked sheriff, and then he grabs a tank from the army base, and because he's in the army, and he goes and beats up all the bad guys.
Oh yeah.
With humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good thing.
Got a tank.
I just feel like he's got some big shoes to fill.
Well, the reason why the remake for Hawaii 5-0 worked is because they didn't try to copy what the original was. And I think that's the thing, like being respectful of the source material, but also not trying to copy like beat for
not
beat.
Duplicate it.
Yeah, you're not gonna like. I have a lot of respect for David Boreanaz. He's a very good actor. He is not to James Garner's tier. He's just not. And as long as David's aware of that, the directors are aware of that, the showrunners are aware of that, and the writers are aware of that, it'll be fine.
The writers are aware.
Yeah.
Well, the showrunner has a lot to say, so
The showrunner has a lot. All you know that's true, but they have to have good material.
Yeah, and there's always a chance. It's like I'm willing to give anything the ability and the chance to do what it's going to do. So
I would love for him to be a success. I would love to have something fun to watch. That'd be great. Hope it works.
I hope it's better than the Knight Rider reboot. Of course, rebooting a terrible
Snow White
show
was bad too.
Rebooting a terrible show is harder.
I like Knight Rider. You shush.
Okay,
not the remake. I never saw the remake, but I like the original. I like.
Yeah, Michael Knight, formerly Michael Long. Yeah, that show was a bit much.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I know.
So here's something of a feel good thing.
No sound.
Oh, sorry.
To Lamar County Fire Department for a controlled burn. But the fire chief, Douglas Matthews, he had a different idea. He said, move it, rebuild it, and give it to a family in need. And of course, it's happy news. So Caitlin Ross is in the middle of it all. I mean, how did this all come together, Caitlin?
This is such a cool story. It really was this fire
Caitlin.
chief just seeing a neighbor who needed help and thinking, I can do something about that. So this mobile home was offered for fire training. Instead, Chief Matthews saw an opportunity to help this family that's been struggling for years.
All I hear is the peanuts.
The mobile home was damaged in a fire back in January. The owners offered it to the chief, but he had a different idea. He asked if they would donate the home instead with a plan to move it and give it to that local family.
This would be
Yeah, he's got a mobile home. It was partially damaged by a fire. It can be fixed. So instead of just burning it down over and over again to train firefighters, there's like a family that actually needs it. So they're going to like fix it up and give it to them. I think it's nice. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, people can be decent sometimes. And they are country as hell. I can't remember where the hell they are, but yeah, here, have a free mobile home. And they're going to be happy to have the free mobile home. It'll be fine. Well, we were talking about the movie, let's see, how do we phrase this? The whole private detective thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to save this. I have a movie trailer thing, but I think I'm going to save it. How about we do this one instead? Fisherman battles octopus.
He did something to piss that octopus off.
I don't know. The octopus said, no, I'm a face hugger.
Come give us a kiss.
Yeah.
Ow.
Let me show you how this works, baby.
What do you?
Give me your lips.
He's hitting the octopus with a pipe.
Give me your lips.
At least he had a pipe.
It's like, what the hell? That's a terrible thing to have happen to you, I think.
He did something to make it bad. He did something.
Yeah, he took it out of the water.
Yeah.
I think he did more than that, but yeah. That octopus is like, no, you come to my land, bitch. I make you my bitch.
Yeah. Well, you know how sea life is.
I mean, from the stories I've heard about how hateful octopuses can be, yeah. There's a story from a while ago that a guy who worked as a night caretaker in an aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
And he would go around and feed the animals, but he wouldn't really pay attention. He would just take what was left out for the animals to feed them. And he said one night he was sitting there and one of the fish he had thrown into the tank slammed into his desk. And one of the octopuses who he could see the tanks had thrown the rotten fish at his desk from where the octopus was and was just staring at him through the tank. It's like, how dare you give me this shit?
By the way, I know there's no sound. So it's car week here in Central California, and the sea lions have decided to take over the beach.
I believe that's a fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, so they had to close the beach down because the sea lions have just decided that this is our beach now.
Yeah, that looks like Lover's Point.
It's better than so-called Moroccans invading your beach.
Yeah. Well, they're just here to get it on. I mean, that's basically
get it on.
They should get some speakers and just start playing some Barry White music. It's like just
that's what they should do to get rid of him faster. Just start paying like Barry White and stuff like that. Let's move this along.
And they'll never leave.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, did you hear what's her name? Taylor Swift is being inducted into the Country Music Writers Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
had you heard about that?
No, but she's written a lot of her stuff.
About it is she really?
She is. Now, she's being inducted in with, I'm trying to see if I can find it, with Lyle Lovett and somebody else. Now,
Lyle Lovett belongs there.
Well, okay, I'm not even saying that she doesn't belong there. Maybe she doesn't belong there yet. She's the youngest person to ever be inducted into the thing. And
I didn't know she made country music.
I think
when she started she made country music. Yeah.
Oh.
Because that was the easiest place for her to break into, because it also meant that she didn't have to be sexual. she could be cute.
Yeah.
So she didn't have to try to compete with Britney Spears because, no offense, Taylor, when she first started, could not have completed with Britney Spears. But because she went country, she started there and then she switched to country pop and then she switched to full pop. It's Lyle Lovett, Sean Camp, Lee Thomas Miller, and Bruce Channel.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's being inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. Sorry, I got it wrong. Yeah.
And she's already been inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in New York City.
I try really hard to separate my personal preferences from, how I evaluate somebody's skill. It's kind of hard to argue with the vast amount of money and the number of fans she has. It's like when people started hating J.K. Rowling and they go, well, she's not a very good writer. I believe there's some objective evidence to the contrary. I mean, I'm not like in her target audience for YA fiction, but she clearly is doing something right. And same with Taylor Swift.
Well, to be fair, there's a difference between being a popular writer and being a good writer.
Yeah.
JK is a popular writer, not a good writer.
Well, she's not. It's not freaking Ulysses. It's just YA stuff, right? So.
Well, technically, Harry Potter was a kid's book, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, as a kid's book, you have to sort of evaluate it by that standard, and that standard is getting young people to read and be engaged and all that sort of stuff. It's not. It's not fine art.
No, but there are some storyline issues. But yeah, I understand what you're getting at. I mean, it's the same thing with Stephanie Meyer. Like, Stephanie Meyer is not a good writer, but she was a popular writer and she made her money and then she walked away. Smart woman.
Well,
she ran for her life. It's like,
is she the one who did Minotaur Milking Farm?
No, Stephanie Meyer's the one who did Twilight.
Oh, same shit.
Slightly different, but sure. They're never going to turn the Minotaur Milking Farm into a movie.
Yeah, well, never say never.
Let's be fair. Hentai years ago already did that one, just did it the reverse because it was targeted toward men. So it's Hentai did that long ago.
So I have a book for you to write.
Don't ask me how I know.
Serenity. You could write like a Chuck Tingle style book. It could be called Cucked by Cthulhu.
Yeah,
I think that exists.
Oh,
I
God.
think that exists. I think it does.
The tentacular adventures of.
Oh, there's because of Baldur's Gate 3, the video game, there's so much more illithid porn than there used to be. Like, it's dangerous to go into parts of Tumblr. Like, it's just like, it's like,
oh,
it's
the
like
internet's a scary place.
Well, it's like the old, that was the thing. Like, when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, it was like the old days of Tumblr where there was just porn everywhere. And I'm just sitting here going, I don't want to see tentacle porn. Okay.
Have you?
Like,
Never mind.
Honey, I've been around long enough that
whether I wanted to
was
all
or
I
not.
was going to say.
No, I do not go down that path.
That's crazy.
There's way too much same-sex shipping in Overwatch. It's like, guys, not everybody's gay. Get over it.
Yeah.
Or then, like, going back and saying, "Oh, Soldier's gay now." Wait, what?
That pissed. Sorry, Harry. We're going off on a tangent. That made me so mad.
As long as we are not talking about Bert and Ernie, we're fine. Because I feel like Sesame Street needs to be just off limits.
And they were roommates.
Well, it's like I have to ask Functional this. Functional, when Soldier 76 talks, does it sound like a gay man trying to be a butch straight man being gay? Is that what it sounds like to you?
Now, yes, but that's because they did some changing of the voice actors from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
And like with big things like McCree, his voice actor. Wait, was it? Yeah, no, it was his original voice actor got a Me Too accusation, so they immediately changed his name to McCree to Cassidy. What?
No. The guy who Jesse McCree was named for got accused of SA.
Oh, Matt Mercer was always the
Matt Mercer never would have gotten Critical Role off the ground if he'd been accused of SA. It never would have happened.
You are correct. Yes.
But no, like it Soldier 76 sounds like a feminine gay man trying to do a butch straight man voice who is gay. Like, that's what it sounds like. It sounds
he does now, and
it sounds like an effeminate gay man trying to do a butch voice. That's what it sounds like. And I'm just
my name's Soldier 76, sweetie.
Well, speaking of gay, let's talk about classical music again. because we can't.
Okay.
I mean, enough gay people internet. Go for it.
Gay.
So are you guys familiar with Concerto de Aranjuez, which is it?
What did you just call me?
Concerto de Aranjuez. Aranjuez. It's actually it's a classical piece. It's Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And Joaquin Rodrigo was the conductor who put this together. And he was trying to come up with something that was sort of in the classical format, but had Spanish themes to it. And so he put this together. Unfortunately, there's 3 movements to this. The one that's most famous is the Adagio that's in the middle. And it's a beautiful thing, but it's super sad. He wrote this like right after his wife had a miscarriage. And so he decided to take all of that pain and suffering and kind of pour it into this piece of music. Right. It's a serious piece of music, but there's some fantastic guitar work here. So I chose this performance because this will let Skep actually look at the fingers of the old, very talented guy playing the guitar. So I'll just play a little bit of this, and this is one that's worth a listen if you haven't heard it before. Let's see. Is anything going to happen? Here we go. It's a lovely piece of music, but
great.
Skep, simple is hard.
Yes, no, it's that. When you're just doing an arpeggio of a chord like that, or just it's not even an arpeggio, just strumming the chord. You have to make each strum perfect. You have to make every contact with every string perfect to get that sound.
Yeah, there is zero room for error. Zero.
It is what he was doing is much harder than what it sounds like. It sounds like he's just strumming across a minor chord, which is what he was doing. But the way he was doing it and the perfect evenness of the impact of his fingers on those strings, that's just remarkable.
This is also a really good thing. So this is the Danish National Symphony Orchestra on the DR Concertset channel. So this is Danish National Orchestra. It's a beautiful piece of music. Hard to do well. There are a lot of shitty performances out there, and there's a lot of good performances where you can't see the handwork. So that's why I kind of like this one for the purpose of this show.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
That one where he appeared to repeat the note over and over. He's hitting that note on 2 different strings that have 2 different thicknesses, and he made those strings sound identical, which is what that piece calls for.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead,
phenomenal.
Functional.
No, I wanted you to go back because I think after when he just finished that piece, like right here.
Get your oboe going.
That's a bassoon.
That was a bassoon. Sorry.
No, when he finishes, he had this expression on his face. I wanted to see that.
This is a very emotional piece of music.
It is a double read.
I think you went too far. You went too far.
Apologies.
It's that first break that he stops playing.
Oh, at the very beginning?
Wherever you cut it off first. He is. He's welling up.
It's a very emotional piece of music.
And in this, when you first paused it,
yeah,
he wiped away a tear, and I was like, did he just... or was he like, I couldn't tell if he was fixing... No, he's really... You can feel the emotion in the music, but he's really into it, and that's incredible.
I don't think you could play this and be Mr. Spock. I'm not sure you could...
I can't play anything, so...
Yeah. I mean, there's there's plenty of other recordings of it. Let's see.
That was great.
And that one is just fantastic.
Excuse me. Oh.
I mean, this is good, but honestly, that emotion that you were talking about, I think the older guy gets it. I just my impression. I think there's a difference in the intensity between these performances.
Very likely.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, I have my preferences are obvious, but I think this one is really good. And I don't normally listen to this kind of stuff. I'm much more of a Baroque person, but I'm not exclusively Baroque. I guess that's sort of like being a lax vegetarian. It's like vegetarian plus bacon.
Vegetarian plus.
Do we still have any people watching the show? Oh, we still have some viewers. I haven't driven everybody off. Okay. No, I like stuff like this, and I think it's good to have a well balanced diet of art in your life.
Yes, very important.
California woman refuses to sell her home despite repeated lucrative offers. Developers eventually built a 246-unit apartment complex around her house covering 5 acres. I love this story so much. Just like a huge, middle finger to the man. It's like, I don't care how much money you have. I'm not leaving my house. Bite me.
Representative image. I would like to know what that really looks like.
Well, this is what we've got, unfortunately. But it's not. We know these things happen from time to time.
Sure.
And I love these kinds of stories where feisty old people tell the man to go shove it. Like that guy with the helicopter. He's like, what was he? He was going to Cabela's or something, so he just got in his helicopter and flew there. Yeah. I think that's awesome. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Sometime when you got to go get a new pair of boots, get in your helicopter and go.
So TSA leaves a fun personal note after inspecting Star Wars blaster prop. That was pretty cool.
Can't read what it says though.
Well, on the left it says that was pretty cool, and then the other thing says. The sticky note says this is a cosplay prop. It is not a functional, yada, yada, yada. But the TSA basically said, yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. Actually is a pretty nice looking replica.
Oh, yeah, it's real good.
Yeah.
In some cases, it's better looking than the original. I'm
trying to remember what the original lightsaber was basically a piece of photographic equipment. Wasn't it like a flash strobe or something that they took the head off of?
I don't even think it was that, but
no, I think it was. It was. I thought it was some object that they'd use. I thought it was like some photographic thing.
Don't know.
Serenity's looking it up.
Antique camera parts, and stuff like that. It looks like it's probably the timer.
Yeah, well, makes good sense.
Who knows? But yeah, no, it's apparently, at least from what the internet says, Luke Skywalker's and Obi-Wan Kenobi sabers originals were primarily based on Graflex flash gun parts. And then Darth Vader's was made predominantly out of an MPP micro flash camera flash handle.
Huh.
And then a later Obi-Wan Kenobi hilt was the Graflex base, as well as a World War I rifle grenade, Browning machine gun booster, faucet knob, and a Rolls-Royce chest.
That's outstanding.
Balance pipe. But
enough
yeah,
duct tape and you can make a flux capacitor. It's fine.
Well, also it helped that the cameras weren't HD back then, so you could kind of get away with some stuff. It's like, it's a lightsaber. Don't look at the fact that it's a metal pipe. Whee!
Here, take a look at this.
It's that look of it's right behind me, isn't it?
I love that so much.
Little Labrador farm
dog
dog.
and the cow. We were talking about Europe earlier, right?
Mhm.
And so here's some dogs with an air
It's
conditioner.
100 degrees out here, so my husband installed an air conditioner into my dog's doghouse, and that is where they are all the time.
Aww.
It's 100.
I like the caption says they live in better than Europeans.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Let's see the dogs again.
Degrees out here, so doghouse, and that is where they are.
Cute doggies.
And the puppies.
Yeah. I like the idea of giving your dogs air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
Very
especially
important.
if you live on large enough property that they can stay outside. Because contrary to popular belief, unless you're dealing with a purse dog, most dogs actually like to be outside, and they have a place
Yes.
that they can get to. That because some dogs, it's just who they are. Especially those are bully breeds. Bully breeds, they like to chew on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can give them a safe place that they can go to if they get too hot, they have water, they have shade, they have AC, and you don't have to let them in the house, go to town. Let them stay outside where they can sniff around, play around, and then have a safe spot that
Communicate
they can
with
go
other
home.
dogs.
Yeah.
They like to go outside and bark.
The DNN, the Dog News Network, as my mom liked to call it.
So
The barking chain.
I do have an update to, I think it was last week we talked about the problem with the guy at Cambridge and the plagiarism, the young professor of color. Well, he stepped down and they found him unalive. The implication being that it got to be too much for him in terms of all that sort of stuff. And that's sad. I mean, I don't want the poor guy to be unalive, but yeah, he ended up, the pressure just got to be too much for him and he just stepped down. I think as a cautionary tale, maybe don't lie about your resume
Everything.
and plagiarize. And, and it's just the stupid lies too. Like, oh yeah, I totally ran this marathon for charity. No, you didn't. you didn't do any of
Cambridge
that.
has some of this. Cambridge got splashed with some of this guy's blood too. They urged this guy on. They egged him on. They told him he was legitimate. They knew full well he was garbage from the jump. They knew that from the jump. That's what I can't forgive. I can't believe Cambridge did that. There are a lot of really smart people at Cambridge. I've known some people from Cambridge.
Yeah.
They are, you know what I'm talking about, Harry. They didn't make an error in judgment.
Okay.
They knew full well what this guy was.
The best teacher I ever had at university was a visiting professor from Cambridge. The best, hands down, no question, the best.
Yep.
Okay, it's not even close.
It wasn't a DEI hire.
He was not a DEI hire. He was not a DEI hire. And he
But
was
I was told
Go ahead.
DEI doesn't exist and doesn't affect anybody.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was a fantastic teacher. Yeah, he was a good job. I mean, so when I was a little kid, it was basically my dream to go to Cambridge. If I had been, if I'd been born into a wealthy family, nothing would have stopped me from going to Cambridge. That would have been Cambridge.
Why Cambridge over?
I'd have to get into what my major is to talk about that.
Oh! I just realized.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
I just correct.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm back now.
Yeah, I would have totally done that. So it annoys me to see this institution behave this way, all this woke nonsense. But
I understand.
I don't want the dude to be dead. I'd rather he be alive and like learn about the mistake and then take his licks and apologize and all that sort of stuff, and then redemption arc and he goes on and does something else where he's not being a lying piece of shit. That would be better. But he decided that he couldn't take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh well. Not a happy ending, honestly. It's not the most satisfying way this story could have ended. Not even a little bit.
Well, he's also leaving a wife and 2 kids behind too.
Yeah, it sucks. Sucks a lot.
That was the part that got me too. Surrounding.
So this is.
Wait, I missed something. The guy who lied to be a Cambridge professor killed himself?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh.
They haven't disclosed exact. I haven't seen anything that says
I didn't
that's
hear
what
that
happened.
part of the story.
But yeah, he was found dead in his home.
They used a
euphemism
thing that the British press uses. They used an adjective, and they said the death was unexpected but not suspicious. When they say it was not suspicious like that, it's almost always a suicide.
Yeah. I like this story, though. Former CIA officer who had 303 gold bars in his home ordered detained. So, speaking of... So this is a similar story in that this guy lied about his qualifications, lied about his service, lied, ended up becoming a senior CIA officer. And then he would do things like say, to do my important CIA spy work, I'm going to need some gold and I'm going to need some money. And he just did this over and over and over again until somebody said, yeah, we should probably check up on this. Yeah, he had 303 gold bars stashed.
Oh my God.
At his house.
He didn't know how to launder the money.
Yeah.
He didn't know. This is a basic skill. You need to know how to launder money in case you get a big bunch of illegitimate money and you need to make it legitimate.
Yeah, how many car washes and nail salons can you open? That's the question.
Well, no, you basically what you do is you get on your Tor browser and get on a certain network and line up some agencies around the world, some financial agencies, banks in many, many exotic countries, and you send that stuff all around the world so many times it can't be seen again.
And we have a late and well-fed Sora Luna with us.
Well, you're about to lose me, so...
Okay.
Do you want to do your am I an asshole thing? If
I wanted to do this am I an asshole thing. We'll come back to this. So I saw these 2 articles and I just wanted, it was just way too much for me to deal with. Okay, so let's switch to browser view. Okay. Halle Berry's Ivory Cream 60th birthday nails are the most elegant manicure trend. How to try it now. I cannot stress how much I don't care about this. Or this. Amal Clooney just made the flower pot bag the accessory of summer.
Okay.
God, I don't care. Am I just dead inside?
Yeah, let us see it, dude. Like,
yeah, okay.
Don't cock block us.
There it is. There's her flower pot vase purse thing.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Why is this? Even if for Harper's Bazaar, this feels light. Like, is it a slow summer?
Okay. Hold on. Time out. What do you think Harper's Bazaar normally does?
I don't know. It's a fashion thing, but is this even fashion?
This is kind of their fairway.
Yeah. Same thing with Elle. This is what they do.
Yeah.
I understand, Harry.
Yes,
I get it. Yeah, you're an asshole, though.
It's fine.
Like, this is their wheelhouse. If it was Scientific American or Nature or something like that, I would be right there with you. But this is Harper's Bazaar and Elle. This is their wheelhouse. This is what they do.
Ivory nail polish
is the middle of their playground.
Yes, they've always done the nail polish stuff. Elle has a Christmas it's January usually, issue that talks about all of the best beauty products and who gets voted on and all this stuff for the year. Honey, this is their wheelhouse.
Okay, I just needed to hear from the women whether it was just me being a straight dude or what the hell was going on.
Yeah, you're being a straight dude, baby.
the level of aversion I have to this is hard to express.
As you should.
You're just a healthy American boy.
Damn.
What are you doing on these websites anyway?
Yeah, why are you?
I wasn't on Elle looking for stuff. It just showed up in my feed, and I'm like, what the hell? And I save it.
It showed up in your feed.
It showed up in my feed.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff. I have an Android phone, and it gives me a feed. No. I slipped in the shower. Oops. Yeah.
Is that the same excuse for all the VTubers that showed up for a little while on YouTube for you?
No. The thing I got is I was watching the manhwa thing, which was what was it? Solo Leveling, right? And so I started looking at like Korean stuff, and the next thing you know, I suddenly got wall-to-wall Korean baseball cheerleaders, like a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's true.
Even Assassin's like Harry. It's Harper's Bazaar is a fashion magazine. Like,
I don't even care. I don't care if it's this is such minutia. I'm not sure why even fashion people would care about Halle Berry's nail polish color.
Okay, no.
Oh my God, Harry.
I don't know.
Have you met a woman?
No,
I've met some of them.
That.
The women I like don't wear nail polish.
Okay, no, but here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
It's like Miranda Priestley's speech from
I
Devil Wears Prada, the first one.
I've never seen that movie.
I know, but I'm getting to. She basically says like, this color was used in this high-end haute couture fashion show, and because they used it, it got used by other people until it trickled down. It's a $50 billion industry. This is a lot of money.
Okay.
This is, and that's the thing. I understand where you're coming from. I understand you do not care. I understand you don't care if your women have nail polish. This is a big deal because that means every knockoff place on the planet is now going to have flower fucking pot handbags because of Amal Clooney. This means that every single nail shop is going to be overrun with like different new versions of cream and iridescent nail colors done by OPI and SE and all of those. That's what this means.
I'm fine with being the asshole. I think this flower pot purse thing is incredibly dumb.
I mean, that's valid.
It's not, you know, or not useful in the shape, but that's why. And also, especially with the Halle Berry one, so they're switching the trend. It's now considered like they're doing the whole thing where bare nails or minimal nails is the old money trend now. Hence, like her creamy thing. So that's now they've switched it over, like super manicured fancy nails.
Yep,
is now considered like trash.
Yep.
So
the overdone like claws and stuff like that are now considered
the pretty with the patterns and the 3D art.
Yeah, they're now going more like
it's reversed itself.
Yeah. The only time I think about women's fingernails is when I'm at the DMV and I get like the sassy woman of color who's got the fingernails that are so long that she can't type, and she's like, here you go, and it click, 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 click.
No, and I get that, but you're a straight guy.
Happily.
Of course, that's how you feel.
Yeah. Okay.
This is.
So
not if he's visiting Al.
So this is something that women actually care about. Yes. Women who read Harper's and Elle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm willing to accept that. So I had to ask you because I thought it was stupid even by their standards, but apparently I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
No.
Happily don't get it. Okay. All right. Go take care of your dogs.
All right, I have to do the spiel since sometimes the show ends early. Well, not early, but sometimes the show ends because I take too long. But if I am not back in time, chat, it has been lovely. Behave yourselves. Be good. I will be back hopefully before it ends. If it's not, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
But everybody, if I don't see as I see, have a good night, and I shall return.
And after the show, we'll all do each other's nails. Okay. Then braid each other's hair. It's going to be like it's lovely. Okay, so a CIA officer accused of stealing money from the government by lying about his academic credentials and military experience, who authorities said had 303 gold bars worth approximately $40 million stashed in his house, was described by a Justice Department prosecutor as a master manipulator who cannot be trusted. I love this guy. That's understatement. David Rush was ordered detained pending trial on Friday by a federal judge in Virginia, and prosecutors detailed a damning track record of alleged lies that the government said only grows by the day as the FBI intelligence community continue their investigation. Yeah, 303 gold bars, because I just can't get I can't do my job unless you give me a bunch of gold. Yeah, there he is. There's our rogue. I think this is a great story. The affidavit alleges that Rush lied about his military credentials while applying to enter the senior executive service level ranks and committed time card fraud regarding military leave. He allegedly claimed 744 hours of military leave, resulting in $77,000 in compensation since being honorably discharged from the Navy in 2015. Yeah, he just lied about shit all the damn time. This is outstanding. That's a pretty ballsy move, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
I just need all this money and gold for reasons. Because I'm a spy. I don't think
if someone was stupid enough to give it to him
multiple times. Multiple times.
To trust him. Because the nature of that is once you're trusted in that community, you know, you really do get discretion over a lot of money, and a lot of it is cash. When that happens, you're going to have this kind of thing happen.
Well, they're talking about him getting his SES. And so senior executive service in the government is civil service, but like that's the top people part of the civil service. Right. And you have to go through this whole process to become SES. And in order to qualify, you have to tick a lot of different boxes. So in this case, he lied about his military service to get it. And then he also got time off with paid going to do military stuff that he didn't actually do, sounds like.
How did he lie about his military service? How does that work?
How does that work
do you have a DD-214 with it, you know, that you just mocked up? Is that what he did?
I believe the way you lie about that is convincingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody checked. Actually.
I think there was a failure to do the due diligence that's required.
Yeah, dude, they have a duty of care.
But honestly, Skep, if every time some CIA agent needed a couple gold bars and a whole big pile of cash, they took all this time to do background checks, nobody'd ever get bought off because they'd still be doing paperwork, right?
Yeah, there wouldn't be any violent overthrows of Latin American countries.
So just Mark Kelly then. No comment.
Mark Kelly. Good.
I see Assassins, like Harper's Bazaar is a fashion magazine. I just thought there were things that were too stupid to even be in fashion magazines, but I've been corrected.
That is the whole point of a fashion magazine.
Well, I thought they were like looking at clothes or something. Or
what do you think a handbag and accessories are part of?
Sure. It's a really stupid handbag.
Lifestyle fashion, all in one.
Okay. I don't understand fashion, clearly. Actually, I've almost gone to the Steve Jobs school of dressing, where I have like a pretty limited range of things that I wear and everything works with everything, so I don't have to think about it too much. I've streamlined my life to make clothes not be a problem.
I know someone who curated a personal uniform, basically.
Yeah.
And she was definitely the artsy type, but basically bought multiples of the same top, same bottom, and just wore that on rotation. Because she didn't want to put any thought or energy into the fashion stuff.
Exactly.
It worked for her.
Yeah, exactly. I love dealing with artsy people because in a lot of ways they're everything I'm not. So I really enjoy hanging out with them. I had in high school had a friend, kind of a friend of a friend. He was friend adjacent guy named Phil. And one time Phil, because he's just painfully artsy, decided to take black plastic sheeting and just pad all the way around the inside of his room. And then put sheets over the floor and the ceiling, and then install black lights everywhere. And then he put these weird patterns with red string. It's like, yeah, Phil's an artist. He just can't help himself. He just decided that his sleeping area needed to be this painful art installation. I don't know. I marvel.
For art.
Yeah, he did. You know, I mean, people who are really have that drive toward art, you don't overthink it too much. They're not like us.
No, they are different from us. I agree.
They're different from us. Let's see. So here's me being an asshole again. I was watching these kids riding around on e-bikes, and I was thinking to myself that
get off my lawn.
Well, when I was a kid, we used to have to actually pedal. You know, we would if we wanted to get anywhere, we had to actually put force into it. And I see a lot of these kids, and a lot of them are really young, riding around on these e-bikes. And aside from just not burning calories and building muscle and doing all those healthy outdoorsy things, these things are incredibly dangerous. There was a video from one of my favorite channels, Fort9, which is a Canadian motorcycle channel. They also talk about bikes and boats and things occasionally too. I'm just going to bring up a little bit of Ryan F9 from their video from 5 years ago talking about e-bikes.
Skillfully, but the only thing regulating the progress of your braking and balance is your own leg strength.
Yes.
The problem with e-bikes is that any geriatric or prepubescent pilot can hop on and hit 30 immediately, a speed they wouldn't be able to pedal to and often lack the sense for.
Cyclists using their phones.
And they don't have the right gear on. If you see what these people do when they get into traffic, their injuries are more like motorcycle injuries. They're less visible, they're not prepared, they're not trained, they don't have the experience. And I see little kids that look like they're 10 or 12 years old on these things, wearing bicycle helmets. You shouldn't be going 29 miles an hour on a bicycle, on a thing, wearing a bicycle helmet in traffic. This is just crazy. I mean, I know I'm doing the whole "Hey kids, get off my lawn" thing, but I think both from a missing the cycling experience and from the "is this even safe to do" perspective, these are basically mopeds. They're basically motorcycles.
Right.
Yeah.
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 And they're capable of going speeds that expose you to hazards.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, one of the reasons motorcycle sales are going down as much as they are is because if you just need cheap transportation, an e-bike works really well. And you can do a lot of the things you can do on a motorcycle for city commuting on an e-bike. You can hit really good speeds. This is a really good video, actually. But the whole aspect of, like, when I was a kid, like I told you, I would bicycle to an adjacent town. I would just do shit like that. I feel like these kids are kind of missing out because there's a lot of twisting the throttle and not a lot of pedaling.
I agree, and you know that was an amazing. That was always an amazing thing, was to have that mobility and be able to change your mobility just by having a bike.
Yeah, it was a rite of passage.
Yeah,
it was. It really was. Yeah.
God, I'm trying to remember what the first bike that I remember that I really liked was one that had like a banana seat and it had like a little it was a 5-speed and it had like a little thing, kind of like a gear shift on the crossbar, so you could shift into the different gears.
Remember those?
That was fun. That was a good
bike
time.
Was an old German courier's bike from World War II that I got in Belgium in 1959.
A svelte 50-pound bicycle.
It actually was a lightweight little thing, but it was built like iron.
Yeah.
And I rode that thing around for a year before my mother finally prevailed upon my dad. We're buying that kid a decent bike, you know, because everybody, like all the other kids at school, had better bikes than I did.
Yeah. So how old, okay, since I'm obviously the cranky asshole here tonight, Sora, how old do you think kids should be to be before they're allowed to ride like these motorized bicycles?
16.
I'm feeling a 16 vibe too. Yeah.
Well, here that's usually when they start getting like their learner's permit.
Mhm.
And I figure if you're allowed to and have the responsibility or given the responsibility of getting your learners, and then something that can go like 30, 40 kilometers per hour is the same kind of level of responsibility you should have. So, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember which endorsement I have. I think it's an M2, which is the full motorcycle endorsement. And I think there's an M1 for smaller displacement bikes. It it seems fairly obvious that unless they have like a really toned down version of these things, they should need to get an M1 endorsement, whatever that is. And that's probably, you've got to be like 15 or something, like 15 or 16, somewhere in there, and actually, pass the test to show that you know the rules of the road and all that sort of stuff before you're riding around on these things. It just seems like a death trap. And also, a lot of these are really poorly made. They're just shitty Chinese e-bikes. They're made of the highest grade of Chinesium, and they rarely ever burst into flames and burn down your house. I mean, it's the thing that happens. Unsafe when you're on them, unsafe when you're off them.
And
we've had several,
they're okay.
We've had several condo fires up here because people left their bikes charging or whatever, and the batteries exploded because they're made out of Chinesium. They're
also expensive. I mean, an e-bike to start out is like $2,000. It's and they go up to like several K. They're
given that cars and motorcycles are with the tens of thousands to start. I mean, you can understand the appeal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, a basic bike at Target is like $300 for like a kid. You have like a BMX bike or whatever. So you get like a little mountain bike thing, and it's $300 versus $2,000. I mean, I wouldn't give a kid a $1,100 phone. Why would I give them a $2,000 thing that's probably going to get stolen if it doesn't burst into flames?
You wouldn't steal a car. Why would you steal a movie?
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm old. I'm cranky. I can't help it.
We're all old and
kids,
old.
get off my lawn.
Yeah, kids.
Every time they zip by at like 40 kilometers an hour in the bike lanes, I just want to fucking clothesline them.
Yeah.
Don't you just?
I appreciate it.
Oh, the amount of times I've just wanted to just shove one over.
Well, here's somebody who needs a teachable moment.
We get to the latest from the National Mall, where there's an investigation underway after the World War II memorial was vandalized. And tonight, Fox 5 has obtained video that appears to show somebody spray painting it. Our Sydney Persing is live on the mall with that footage and the latest from the investigation.
I wonder if it was a leftist.
Yeah, I wonder.
Well, tonight, the Interior Department has vowed to find the person who spray painted, who vandalized the World War II memorial. And tonight, we now have video footage that appears to show a woman taking responsibility for it. And I will wait here to be arrested. Footage posted to Facebook Thursday. A woman appears to spray paint the World War II memorial and tell the camera she's ready to be arrested. It was me. I'm doing it. I did it. It's on camera. The video goes on to show that
I hate this shit. I hate these people throwing pea soup on pictures at the Louvre. I hate people doing this. I hate all these people who seem to think that the stuff that belongs to the rest of us is fodder for their point, whatever their stupid point is that they want to make.
Yep.
It's like main character syndrome much. It's not about you. It's just not.
I would use their own bullshit laws against them. I would throw every hate crime law that they've put into the books there, and I would just throw it at her. It's so like they strip and tear down monuments, parts of our history. I'm talking like you guys and us up here, and then we fight to have the statue of John A. Macdonald, basically the founder of Canada, to be restored and put back up. And like, what do we? I'm saying collectively, what do we get instead? We get fucking fat black Shaniqua in New York City. I'm so fucking over it. I think a lot of people are over it too. Like a lot of normies are kind of going, wait a minute, this is bullshit.
And especially World War II. I mean, maybe you've got complex feelings about Vietnam. Okay. Those are your feelings, whatever. What problem do you have with the greatest generation stopping the Nazis and the Japanese in World War II? What is it that you think, what point are you trying to make other than look at me, I'm better than the rest of you, look at me? What is the point of any of this shit?
Yeah.
It genuinely makes me really pissed off. Yeah.
Virtue.
Yeah,
look at my virtue,
hands,
guys.
dirty,
I'm so against war, even if it was the the greatest war to fight one of the greatest evils in all the world of all history. Guys, look at me, virtue.
Yeah.
I say fucking just pillory the bitch.
Well, we need like serious fines for people who have this stuff. They need to see like the concrete sky at Leavenworth. 10 years seems about right.
It's not just having the fines for it, but actually implementing them.
Yep.
Because I've like the only reason it feels like they keep doing stuff like this, because even if there's stuff in place, they're not getting they're not experiencing the punishment, you know? So that could also be a problem.
Well, Sora, because their ancestors looked like the people who were slaves over, 200 years ago, even though they have no direct link to slavery, we have to treat them with kid gloves because poor black folk don't know any better. It's literally what they fucking say. It's so stupid and degrading.
Yeah, going after the World War II memorial is just the epitome of stupidity. Yeah. Think about the optics. No, they're not thinking about the optics. They're not thinking about anything.
I'm not thinking about anything.
They're just thinking about how. Yeah, isn't it great that they're brave enough to stand up and whatever, shut up. 10 years in Leavenworth really has about the right feel to it. What do you think, Skep? I know what Skep's going to say. Capital punishment.
No, here's the thing that somebody does civil disobedience. There's the actual offense, and you have laws in the books. She should be prosecuted according to that. What I think is she should be reviled by us for being an asshole. These people who go up and throw soup on a Van Gogh and destroy art that a lot of people care very deeply about, a public asset, and they take it upon themselves. No, I'm going to demonstrate my fealty to my narrative by destroying this priceless thing and take it from everybody because I'm so important and my stuff is so important. Those people need to be reviled by the rest of us, not by law. They shouldn't be censored by anyone. We should have the good sense to look at those people and say, that's not a good way to organize your thoughts around this subject or to live your life. And that's how we should react to it, in my opinion.
Well, let's do one little palate cleanser and then call it a night. So this was sent to me by Geodes with the caption, I didn't mean to speed up the... What, because it's a Geodes thing, you're already bracing yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean to speed up the video.
There's no video.
Oh, hold on. I promised technical excellence, that's why we're screwed.
You won't, you don't stop. You won't, and you don't stop.
You that's very loud. Here, be quiet.
Don't stop.
So I like the fact that at a certain point she decides it's just too much effort and starts walking.
Yes.
It's like, you could just keep running. No, it's speeding up. I love this inevitable death of the car that's happening, and she just can't stop it. Oh, no. Oh.
And then
defeat.
That's where she got her phone run over.
There it goes. Goodbye, car.
Oh no! I hope she was okay.
She was not okay. She had a broken foot. That car ran over her foot. I followed up on the story.
Oh, poor lady.
I feel like she deserves it.
They did fish the car out.
I'm sure they did.
That's embarrassing. Poor lady.
Yeah. Poor lady. Yeah, that's pretty
your
good.
Insurance cover that?
I don't know.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, because everything's no fault now in the States.
Yeah.
In the States,
You have that too. Oh God.
Were you here for the cow and the dog, Sora?
No.
Play with the cow and the dog.
Oh wait,
I want to see it again.
Yeah, let's see. Let's bring it here.
Oh, I love this one. Yes. His face.
I don't know what's going on, but I kind of like it. Why do I like it?
Oh, I love him. He's so sweet.
I love you, Hamburger. I love you, Kung Pao dog.
And then we had the dogs that had the air conditioner.
Quit you.
Why am I not getting sound?
Actually, it's probably more pad thai.
Installed an air conditioner
I saw
into my
oh
dog's
God, it's so
doghouse.
sweet. Look at them.
And that
Yeah, they live in better than Europeans. That's what it said.
And you notice that one dog is right in front of the air conditioner.
Yeah.
That dog is the dominant dog.
Crop dusting.
Well, this has been your Minions of the Zoo for Saturday. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. The zoo is closed. Good night.
Good night,
My
everybody.
last words.
Yeah, last words.